I know a long time ago I said I was going to do a tour of this house when I got it. It's been about a year ago and I still haven't done any kind of tour. So, what happened with that? Well, as everyone knows, when you enter adult life, you just get busy and suddenly things don't go as planned. And this place actually got a little messy, and I didn't want to do a tour of a messy place. Here recently, I deep cleaned the entire place, so now I'm gonna finally do a tour of it. We just went through the entrance, and here is the living room, kitchen, dining room combo. So at the moment, I got two couches, a beanbag, and a massage chair at the entertainment center, the living room, however you want to call it. I got tons and tons and tons of books. All of them I plan on reading through, and I need to read through to progress through my career. So we got this kitchen area. We got Naruto always holding up my keys. That is my key holder. We got a set to make matcha with. A water bottle holds, I think 24 ounces. So, oven, stove, typical combo. You got this pantry. A lot of this stuff is empty at the moment. Microwave, toaster. Here's a good combo. So I got this for Christmas, and this is really cool. It does an Xbox logo design on the bread. I really like that. Typically, I don't have this out. This is only when guests are here, but I got my very, very expensive table for guests. I have 4 chairs, each of them costing around $10,000 each. It is a joke, of course. Here's a setup here in the corner. It's right next to a window, which is really nice. So this place is full of windows and natural lighting, which is why one of the things that attracted me to this place was that, and the flooring. There's no carpet. Those are like the only two things that I had in my list of stuff that I needed. This is just a workbench area. So just yesterday I fixed a touchscreen tablet that I now have in my room, and I sort of bring everything here, all the tools I need, screwdrivers, whatever. That PC is the next thing that I'm going to work on and hopefully sell. Also, you can't do work without a motivational animal just staring at you. Here's the first hallway. And none of these lights I ever have on, by the way. I always use the natural lighting, but to give a fair perspective of what everything looks like. There's the guest restroom. Absolutely love that curtain. There is me and the first mirror of the day. I had a tiger rug before. Got ruined, so I had to replace it with that. And then there's the shower combo. It's just a tub, and it's pretty cool that they actually these homes started with something that's more than just a normal shower head. You're able to have modes on them, which I like. Washer and dryer combo as we enter the the laundry room. This would be a very interesting living room, although you do have two very, very old school TVs. This is the infamous door that some people know of when they see photos of me. It's a door made of beads, and it's really my junk area where I have cleaning material, and that's it. But whoever thought of this is such a cool idea. And I wanted more stuff. I wanted like space or a library or something. But there's very, very few people. If you're looking to have your own business in a market where no one exists, this is the place to go. Make bead doors. I'll buy one. For sure. That takes us to my office space. This is my actual office space where I do actual real world work, where I actually get my income from. Right now I'm working on the Freedom MCXW71 there. I have an oscilloscope so I can test different stuff. Like today I was testing the reset signal on this board, which wasn't going as well as I planned. I have a hot glue gun and a soldering iron. You can probably guess what those are for. My break times, I start making progress on the books, the list of books that I showed over in the living room. Right now we're just going through an algorithms based book for video games. This chair, probably the cheapest chair, like actually the cheapest chair that I have. I don't know how expensive the foldable chairs are. But this was close to $40, and I have some actually expensive chairs that we'll see. This is the most comfortable chair that I've ever sat on, and I think I'm going to replace all my expensive chairs with this. So I might be just getting rid of the expensive ones if anyone is interested. That takes us to a kind of mudroom, which, you know, I don't do construction or oil field work, so I don't really have use of a mudroom. So I've put some of my electronic tools down there at the bottom. I don't ever come out. It's weird that they have this in the backway entrance. I never used this backway door, so, you know, you coming in with a muddy coat and some boots, this really wouldn't make sense. I would literally have to go to the backyard to come in to my house every time I would need to use a mudroom. So this is really a weird layout, but that's okay. I don't use it for that. And we're at the other side of that hallway. You can see the mighty refrigerator over there. Units, maintenance, that kind of stuff is on the left. Over here on the right is my personal gym. Not that I'm a very professional fitness trainer or anything, but I did spend the budget to get a gym set up in my area. Treadmill, 3D printed dumbbells, 3D printed a bar that you can put for like squats and stuff. So why not have a gym membership? That's what I was thinking of. Also, there's a closet in here, and I don't know if it's like my body structure or, you know, something of that. I know I have a little bit of asthma, which I don't get treated. Whenever I'm on the treadmill, I know this is usually a thing that happens when you're not athletic, but I am a hard breather when it comes to the treadmill, and I just don't like doing that in public. I don't like breathing hard. I thought that would go away after like a month or two of working out, but no, I still am a hard breather in the treadmill. Although I do much longer sprints, so that might have something to do with it. Here's the guest bedroom. Pretty self-explanatory. Got a little bit of weaponry in here. Guest closet. Guests have put stuff in there, so not gonna touch that. We make our way back through here. I also really like the wooden door in the pantry. I don't know if I mentioned that. we'll go into the master bedroom. There's one of the chairs I was talking about. There's a calendar. Let's go ahead and, before we even look at the bedroom, let's look at the master closet. A lot of space. This was really one of the big sells to the realtors whenever they were showing off these houses. But again, it wasn't the big sell for me. The big sell was the flooring and well, honestly, I forgot what the other one was. Oh, natural lighting. And honestly, the office space. I forgot to mention the office space. Really needed that. Lots of bowling balls, a bike, and then lots of disc for disc golf. Yes, of course. So now we enter the master bed. Got my record player, bunch of records. We got some NSP posters. I plan to get some foundation posters, as people who know me know that I'm a huge fan of the foundation books. We got Ricky Gervais on Netflix, Starbomb, and again, a calendar. We got Guitar Hero guitars, plus a real guitar. One of the books I'll eventually get into. Like I said, business first, and I'll be able to have fun. 3D printer. Bunch of these really cool. These were cheap on Amazon. I don't remember what they were called, but they're bookmarkers that are space labeled. I think they're 3D printed on too, because they're plastic and they got magnets inside them. So it's a really cool gift that I got there. This is my main computer setup. So there's the drawing display tablet that I fixed yesterday. Mostly the stand and some components inside it were missing. I have a 4090 Ti tower. What do I use this for? Because this used to be the main beast where I did all of my work. Not able to do company work on here. I usually did game programming stuff. The only reason why I even needed an intense computer ever was to use Unreal Engine or to stream. And Unreal Engine is a thing that I don't use anymore. I have customly made stuff from scratch now, complete scratch. And what was the other thing I said? See, video game design is all I think about now, so I don't even remember what I had just brought up. Well, suffice to say, it's not really a hard requirement anymore because I'm able to do stuff with computers that are built from the 80s and make them work with today's program. So it's tough to say. I do a little bit of music design here. Again, that's part of video game programming. I have this Joe Rogan setup with his mic and his headphones. And that was from college. There's been 2 attempts so far, starting from college, where I was going to set up a radio show, not a podcast show, but a radio show that includes music in between breaks. But the people that I was planning to do it with, we could never get the right schedule. And eventually they just didn't want to do the show anymore. So that might be an independent thing. Here I also have a piano, which I actually know how to play a lot better than the guitar. And I do a lot of synth stuff with that. Basically prototyping, and if I need to, I can connect it with a DAW on the PC. Got my Oculus. Another thing I wanted from the house was a lot of space, a lot of open space, so I can use the Oculus. Oculus has a lot of cool stuff, and eventually I'll have some programs that work in the Oculus, and that'll be cool. Shirts coming in the future. I'll be able to 3D print shirts with this device. And that brings us to the master bathroom. There's the second mirror of the day. That has come in handy more than enough times due to stress from the career. Again, more tigers. Can't live without a tiger. And the only thing that I'm using for my fitness goals is the scale. So yeah, that is pretty much everything. Oh, I didn't even mention that this is tiger too, and this is a double-sided tiger because there's a tiger on the other side. Let me talk about the chairs real quick because I did say I was going to bring that up, and now I want to bring it up too. This one is actually the most expensive chair, and it was next to that shack chair that you'd see at Office Depot a while back. And this has been the most uncomfortable chair that I've sat on. It felt great for like the first month, and then afterwards, I don't know. It's just something that I don't enjoy. I don't know if that's a feel thing, but it looks comfortable. Definitely does. I don't like it. It is very adjustable though. That's pretty cool. I learned that I like this material a lot better on a chair, which is the wireframe material. And yeah, this was going to be my all-time favorite chair ever. I think I got this on Amazon. Until I found that very, very cheap chair, which I really like. So I might even replace this one with the cheap chair. Let's see. Does that cover everything? I think it does. So that is the long overdue tour of my house, and I'll catch y'all later.